Astronauts just float around all day, just chilling and staring out windows. Snack bags drift by like tiny moons, doing basically nothing all day. Sounds like a pretty sweet vacation. It floats here and there and everywhere. That is what everyone thinks happens. That belief is about to pop. An alarm blasts through the station. Astronaut Blob wakes up in a panic. It drifts sleepily across the module, right into a spinning, cooling fan. Its puffy suit poofs out sideways. Tiny Scientist floats in with a clipboard. The schedule unrolls like a dragon. It stretches clear across the station. Brainy floats in looking very serious. It holds a giant ink stamp. Astronaut Blob has no idea what's coming. Brainy slams the stamp down hard. It reads "full-time job" in bold ink. Ink splatters fly off in surprise. The little ink blobs float away giggling. Space is one very packed workday. There is a workout strapped to the wall. There is a toilet with a loud hose. There is a glowing lettuce garden. A printer spits out a glowing wrench. A puffy suit waits by the hatch. This job never actually clocks out. Time to talk about space snacks. No plates or bowls up here. Meals hide inside squishy little bags. Add water and shake to cook. Boom! Instant floating burrito. Drinks come in bags too. No cups because liquid just floats away. Forks get magnet powers up here. Otherwise your spoon just drifts off. Crumbs are basically public enemy number one. One crumb and alarms start blaring. Crumbs float into machines and cause chaos. So bread is basically banned in space. Tortillas became the crumbless bread swap. Now here's a weird taste bud fact. Microgravity makes your tongue kind of numb. Food just tastes weaker up there. So astronauts crave bigger, bolder flavors. Hot sauce becomes the crew's best friend. Watch this astronaut drown their food. Every single drop, no regrets. Spicy food finally tastes like something. Meal times still stay pretty normal. 3 meals a day, just like home. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner still happen. Even snack time survives in orbit. Eating in space is oddly familiar, just wobblier and way messier. Somehow that makes it more fun. But eating is only half the job. Now let's talk about space bedtime. You can't just float off to sleep. You'd just bonk into stuff all night. So sleeping bags get strapped to walls, like a cozy vertical burrito pod. Zip in and you're locked in place. No drifting into your snoring crewmate. Eye masks help block out the light. Because sunrises happen 16 times a day. That would confuse anyone's internal clock. Astronauts still get 8 hours to sleep, same as most people back on Earth. And yes, they absolutely still dream. Space dreams are probably extra weird. Some astronauts even snore up there. Snoring floats a little differently in space, but sleeping up here has one sneaky problem. Air doesn't just drift around on its own. So your own breath can just sit there, right in a little cloud by your face. That cloud is actually carbon dioxide. Breathing the same air twice, gross. Too much of that gives you a headache. A classic uh-oh space wake-up call. Good thing there's an easy fix. A little fan keeps the air moving. It blows that sneaky cloud away. Headache gone. Sweet dreams continue. One tiny fan, one solved space mystery. Eating and sleeping just got a lot weirder. Space toilets do not flush with water. Instead, it works like a vacuum cleaner. Fans suck the waste straight away. No gravity means nothing falls down. So astronauts strap in with leg bars. The bars keep them from floating off. There is even a personal pee funnel. Each funnel gets its own name tag. Just like a locker at school, sharing funnels would just be weird. All that liquid does not get wasted. The station recycles it into water. Sweat and breath go in the loop too. Picture it like a wacky water slide. Everything slides into one big filter. Out the other side comes clean water. NASA calls this the brine processor. It recovers 98% of the water. Almost nothing on the station gets wasted. So no, astronauts do not drink pee. They drink water that got fully cleaned. The filter removes every last germ. It can end up cleaner than tap water. Even NASA scientists brag about that. The whole loop just keeps repeating. Today's coffee was yesterday's sweat maybe. Blob finds this deeply hilarious. Astronaut Blob just shrugs it off. Recycling water is what makes space livable. Without it, nobody could stay up there. Bathrooms sorted, now comes the gym. Astronauts exercise 2 hours every day. No skipping leg day up here either. First up is a treadmill called T2. Bungee straps hold the runner down. Without straps, running just launches you away, so the bungees keep feet on the belt. Sweat just floats off in little balls. Next up, a stationary bike called Sevis. There is no floor under the pedals. Pedaling with nothing to push against. Bolted straps keep the whole bike steady. Last machine is the mighty ARED. It works like weightlifting without weights. Vacuum cylinders create the resistance instead. No clanking metal plates up here. Instead, it hisses like a vacuum cleaner. Blob tries the machine and instantly regrets it. These machines fight muscle loss every day. Bones get weaker without any gravity pulling, so skipping workouts is simply not allowed. Every astronaut rotates through all 3 machines. It becomes basically a daily part-time job. Now imagine skipping it for months straight. Then landing day on Earth finally arrives. Astronaut Blob tries to stand up. The legs wobble like cooked spaghetti noodles. 2 helpers hold Blob up like jelly. That silly wobble goes away in weeks. That gym time is what saves those legs. Space even has a garden now. It is called veggie, real NASA hardware. Astronauts actually grow red lettuce up there. Then they pick it and eat it. First salad ever grown off Earth. Space snacks now grow themselves apparently. Meanwhile, a machine is busy printing tools. This printer once made a real wrench. It basically poops out spare parts. No need to launch every single part. Astronauts also study their own bodies. They are the scientists and the experiment. Muscles and eyes get checked too. Space turns you into your own lab rat. Science never really clocks out up here. Sometimes the job means stepping outside. That is called a spacewalk, no joke. One wrong drift and the leash saves you. Out there, they tighten giant bolts for hours. Off-duty though, they just watch Earth spin. In 2024, the crew even held their own Olympics. Zero-gravity shot put is a whole sport now. So what does a full day look like? Spicy food eaten straight from a floating pouch. Sleep means strapping yourself to a wall. Bathroom time means wrestling a vacuum toilet. Workouts mean strapping into a sweaty machine. Then salad tools and a spacewalk shift. Space just runs Earth life with gravity off.